All right. I want to go ahead and start the topic with retro games right now. I hear that a lot of people are getting messages from Sony. So I want to go ahead and make this video going towards Sony, Microsoft, anyone who's asking people to upgrade to a newer system. So we're going to go ahead with something real quick. The only easiest way to describe this. How many people out there are still collecting or still have the old game systems right now? From the old PlayStation days all the way up to the 4 or Xbox from the first one up to the One S and any other console you could think about right now. Now, the newer systems today are pretty expensive. Let's make that clear, and everyone can agree with that. And also, for starters, let's go ahead and check on this real quick. Sony has a game console right now as we speak. Is a PlayStation 5 Pro Slim, I think it is, for $700. Now think about it. When you hear that price, what makes comes through your mind? For me, it just says, yeah, I can't afford that. And then you look at Microsoft; they are coming out with game consoles as well. That's pretty pricey too, as well. I mean, it's what we always expect out of it. But here's also another thing too. When it comes to newer systems, models, and all that, we do expect one of those models to really fail until they rebuild a new one to make it better. So what does that mean for most of us who had to spend and spend and spend to get a better one? That's a lot of money coming out of our pockets. It really is. All right. PlayStation 5, when it first came out, it had a terrible start. I've heard a lot of feedback about it until they finally came out with newer and better models. Now, for me, for starters, I've been a PlayStation person. Okay. And the life support, and I use that term, life support. PlayStation has a really good life in it to be able to last long as a console if it's done right. Let's make that clear. And I've been with a PlayStation 4 long enough until I traded it in to give me a new Xbox. All right. Now, Sony, they're very pricey. Same thing goes for what Microsoft releases too as well. But most of the time, if you really want to catch a good deal, you really need to get like the sales they got going on, Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays, just all that kind of stuff, man. You had to catch these kind of councils on a good deal. But I can understand that these game developers want people to support them and buy their stuff because it's the only way they could sell. Completely respectful. But I hate to break it to you guys, most of us can't even afford anything right now. I'm still playing offline, no internet, the old model of Xbox 360 right now. I wish I could show you, but it's gonna be a little blurry, like kind of foggy or a little dark. And one of those boxes that I have right here in the crates, I bought me a used Xbox 360 Slim. I bought it in a pawn shop, but the only problem is they didn't give me everything. I only received the box for it, which only cost me less money, 15 bucks. but I was getting a fair price for the Slim, $40 if they had the controller and the cords and you name it. But I didn't get that. So now I gotta go piece by piece to collect them because I gotta check to see if this Xbox is not banned live. I've already checked if it's in good condition. That's just how everyone is. We had to be sure that none of these consoles are banned. It's an important part to know if everything's good and what you're spending is definitely worth on point and more you can say about it. Look behind me right now. See that Xbox One S? Still haven't gotten a fix yet. I still need this. It's a struggle. It's a gamer's worst nightmare is when you struggle with it. I try what I can to see what I can do. So no doubt about it. So you can only imagine why other gamers decide to stick with the old consoles. And I can only relate to them because it's not easy these days. All right. Most people would not see themselves getting pampered and say, "Oh, hey, look, we'll hook you up. We'll definitely do this. We'll do that." It won't be that easy, man. What we have in our pockets is not going to be enough to say, "Yeah, we can afford to pay that off." Probably like 40, $100. It won't be enough to even complete to get a $400 or $300 console. Most people are just going with the old consoles right now because they're affordable right now. You can get an Xbox, I believe a 360 for around 100 or less right now, and it's still able to pay off on the spot. A PlayStation, you can definitely get one of them babies at a really good price. A 4, a 3, I believe a 2 and a 1, it's all affordable, but sometimes you have to be sure it's in good condition. Outside, inside, you name it. Even if you're somebody who knows how to repair, oh, you good. You already know how to solve the problem. Easy. But most of us, we've never done that. So we have to be prepared to make sure that we choose the right one. Now, to respond to Sony and Microsoft in case if they're trying to get a hold of gamers, this is why the video exists for a reason why I did this. Most of us are struggling to try and see what we can do. You guys can't really do much for us. All right, you can barely do so much for us. We're trying what we can to get stuff. But sometimes some of us, we always check on your brand new products to make sure it does good. We always find out the hard way that it doesn't run well or something happens. And that becomes our biggest regret because the console you wanted us to buy winds up messing up. And we had to wait until you make a new one and fix the problem. Now, this ain't me trying to hate on you guys. Man, you guys do what you do. That's why gamers are enjoying what they enjoy. I myself want to go back to enjoy playing things I love. Okay? Only I know that. Watch my films that I bought and my shows. Hang out with friends. Just all that. But anyways, I hope this is enough to say what I wanted to say. So, you know who you are out there if you are a game developer and a maker. This is for you guys. Anyways, much love to you guys. I hope this does say a lot what goes on in the gamer's mind. Alright, much love, guys.